The Golden State Warriors just continue to dominate and show the NBA why come playoff time, they are not a team you want to see in a 7-game series. They just completely ended the Phoenix Suns. What a travesty of a season it has been for them, and we will never see KD in a Suns uniform again. And honestly, I think it has to be said. We've never seen a player as talented as KD accomplish so little before. Like literally, his career has been disappointing when you think about it, and how fitting it was, even though he wasn't playing for Steph Curry and the Warriors, to end his season and time in Phoenix. And they ended it with a 40-point blowout. I know the Warriors have had some up and down performances over the last few weeks, but they have shown us glimpses of these offensive explosions where everything is clicking. And really, they have the personnel to win the whole thing. I really do believe that. Draymond Green may be on the back end of his career, but he is lined up to win Defensive Player of the Year. He is just so smart, and his presence is infectious to the team as a whole on that end. And then Curry is still the guy that runs this offense, and when he gets hot from behind the arc, he still is unstoppable. But now with Jimmy Butler, the Warriors have that glue guy that makes all the gears turn. Butler doesn't always score the ball efficiently, sometimes he has bad games, but even when he only scores like 8 points, his presence helps so much with ball movement. He provides some post scoring that the Warriors never had, and really, he allows Curry to do what he does best, and that is to play off the ball. And also, Jimmy his entire career has been a defensive first type of player, so he allows some of the Warriors offensive guys to not exert too much energy just to be average defensively. But before I get into everything in this video and break down the win over the Suns, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so like I said, the Warriors took down the Suns 133-95 in a game where there were so many contributors, and man, the Western Conference is insane right now. The standings are so tight, it's going to be interesting just as a basketball fan to watch how everything unfolds. Hopefully, for the Warriors' sake, they can figure out how to get one of those top 6 seeds. I believe they will, because they are playing so well right now, and they just showed how good they can be against the Suns. And let's break down what the Warriors did so well in this game, and some of the concepts that I think they can bring into and be successful with in the playoffs. So yeah, speaking of Curry being able to play off ball, he actually sets a screen here, and Jimmy Butler turns the corner, and as soon as he gets inside and draws all the attention, he swings it back outside to Curry, who is ready to shoot. He is going to knock down this 3 99% of the times, and when he's in a flow, he can no-look this one, because it's in rhythm. Now here, I absolutely love this action. This was all Curry, but Draymond Green did a great job of being aware that Curry shooting a 3 was better than him taking a wide open one. And he even talked about that on a previous podcast years ago when someone asked him why he passes up so many wide open 3s. He said, "Why would I shoot a 3 when Curry's on my team right next to me? It's good shot compared to a great shot." But yeah, Curry did a great job of dribbling in and drawing a double team. He always gets doubled. He draws all the attention pretty much every time, especially before the Jimmy Butler trade happened, because he literally was the offense. But he swings it back out to the wide open Draymond Green, cuts back, and you could not even give Curry a sliver of space. This was a complete mental lapse by Bradley Beal and Eric Gordon here. You can't leave Curry open in the corner. It's just that simple. And I apologize, that was Nick Richards. I don't know where I got Eric Gordon from. My mind is just all over the place right now. That was crazy. Now here once again, Curry's playing off the ball. Kuminga's trying to give him some space. Looney's right there to set the pick. Santos dumps the ball off to him. He crosses over right, gets inside, takes a floater. He missed, but followed his shot and got the layup to go. And that is all effort right there. That is what every coach at any level preaches, and Curry leads by example, always giving 100% and always staying in a play, even when a shot doesn't go in. Now, this play right here is what people try to do in the rec center. This is ridiculous. This is a shot you would take in a horse game. He gets the ball baseline, kind of gets cut off, turns around, and just fires right in Grayson Allen's face and drills it. Here, Curry gets the ball off top. This was kind of a broken play. Santos got the rebound. He drives in, and Jackson Davis is pointing lob immediately. You can see it, and Curry just continues to drive in, fooling the entire defense, and then he throws the lob, and that's an easy finish. Once again here, this is just exquisite ball movement. Steve Kerr preaches this kind of stuff. Jimmy Butler starts with the ball in the corner. He throws it into the cutting Curry. Curry swings it right to Podz. This could have been a shot, but he kind of fumbled the ball. He gets it out to Draymond up top, who's open, who swings it to Curry in the corner, and that is another money 3. So yeah, man, it really just is the Warriors' ball movement that is so exquisite, and when you pair that with Curry's off-ball movement, it just becomes unstoppable when Steph and somebody else, maybe 2 or 3 guys, are hitting their shots on top of it. In terms of the numbers from this game, the Warriors starters did not play a lot of minutes. I was a big fan of that because it is the home stretch of the season. You want to ramp up the intensity, but at the same time, you don't want to overdo it because that can risk unnecessary injuries. Steph Curry played 25. He had 25 points with 9 rebounds and 6 assists. He was plus 31 in those 25 minutes. That's insane. And he was 9 of 17 from the field, so super efficient. Moses Moody, he had 5 points with 3 rebounds and 2 steals. The entire starting lineup actually had a steal, so that's good to see. Draymond Green played 20 minutes. He had 5 points with 2 rebounds and 4 assists, but he was plus 19 in terms of plus minus. He provided a lot of impact on the defensive end like he always does. And then Jimmy Butler, he actually only played 19 minutes, but in those 19 minutes, he had 10 points with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. But in those 19 minutes, he had 10 points with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He definitely made an impact in pretty much every single area. A stat sheet stuffing type of night. And then Podz, he had 22 minutes. He was the second leading scorer, and he has been stepping up so much over the last month or so. He also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists and was plus 20 on an efficient 7 of 12 shooting. In terms of the bench, there were 4 players in double figures. Knox had 10 points, Spencer had 10 points, Jackson Davis had 13 and 8, Santos had 7 points with 9 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 steals. He stuffed the stat sheet as well, similar to Butler. And Jonathan Kuminga in 21 minutes had 10 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists, and then Buddy Hield had 7 and 4, and Rowe had 6 and 3. Overall, just a dominating game from the Warriors from start to finish, and like I said, the race in the West is really heating up. I cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. I think the Warriors are going to be top 6. Right now they are the 5 seed, but they are tied with Denver, Memphis, and the Clippers. Denver just fired their head coach. I thought that was crazy. But nonetheless, they're tied, so they could finish as high as 4 or as low as 8. Obviously, that would be worst case scenario. I'm hoping for 4 for their sake, but let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments below. And in terms of who they play San Antonio, then they play Portland, and then they play the Clippers. So I think that end of the season schedule definitely favors them. I think they pretty easily should be able to win at least 2 out of the next 3, and they could win all 3 if they play with the intensity that I think they will. But yeah, that's really my breakdown from this game. Let me know again what you guys thought, and here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews.
Do it for a long period of time, and I do it in the playoffs, and so for me, that's really the goal, is just keep pushing through this stride. I'm glad it worked out this way, and struggling early and finishing good late, instead of vice versa. But like I said, the good ones, the all-stars, they do it consistently, like Steph, Jimmy. They do it every night, and they do it in the playoffs.
What kind of challenges do you anticipate, in the playoffs, sustaining this throughout?
I mean, we'll see a bunch of different things teams will try to do. Whether it's going to be hard for teams because you saw the last 2 games, they put the 5 on Moses. Obviously, in the playoffs, we're going to have counters for that. And so it's been interesting to see what different teams are going to do. Every team's going to be a little bit different, but, whatever challenge is thrown at my way, I just try to keep it simple.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you'd like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.